देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सावरं जगमं यत्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः भवचीयपि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सर्वशुद्धिशिरोरत्न विरचिताभरम्बुजः विरतम्बुज सूर्योय तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः चैतन्य शाश्वता शान्तो व्योमतीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीत तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढा तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्ता कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः शोषणं भावसिन्धोश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्परः गुरुपादोरकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः न गुरुरादिकं तत्त्वं न गुरुरादिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानपरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः मनता श्री जगन्नाथ मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरुरादिरनादिश गुरुपरमदेवता गुरुपरतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्याधविनां त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्याधविनां त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव जय गुरु जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरु जय Shishai Namaha, Om Vishamai Namaha, Om Devakal Samujatai Namaha, Om Sukshmatanave Namaha, Om Shimayai Namaha, Om Guru Murtaye Namaha, Om Sundarai Namaha, Om Sulochanai Namaha, Om Sumukai Namaha, Om Charvasai Namaha, Om Keshavai Namaha, Om Patapujai Namaha, Om Mandagamanai Namaha, Om Charuparadharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandirasapakai Namaha, Om Shri Bhavachakai Namaha, Om Gayatri Akshvane Namaha, Om Arpanasitarakai Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakai Namaha, Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantropasakai Namaha, Om Swaramayai Namaha, Om Madhurakantai Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Lolupai Namaha, Om Stuta Priyai Namaha, Om Mitavashine Namaha, Om Vakvine Namaha, Om Shitakala Visharai Namaha, Om Vatararai Namaha, Om Sarave Namaha, Om Jagatpantai Namaha, Om Savalokaitai Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyai Namaha, Om Surai Namaha, Om Anukulai Namaha, Om Neyai Namaha, Om Sudarshanai Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalayi Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Subikshanai Namaha, Om Pritivaranai Namaha, Om Swastidayakai Namaha, Om Tarakai Namaha, Om Anugrahai Namaha, Om Varanai Namaha, Om Achitai Namaha, Om Attai Namaha, Om Siddhi Pradaya Namaha, Om Janadhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahashaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmapushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingachana Pusakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Saranaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkarupasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha, Om Samarashine Namaha, Om Lakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Vimohaya Namaha, Om Avyakraya Namaha, Om Chittakrudaya Namaha, Om Vinashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadamaya Namaha, Om Nivikapaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atinkraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Aturastavamaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktaniraye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sarayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Goyaya Namaha, Om Vimutatmaya Namaha, Om Gaviraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dutiraraya Namaha, Om Danyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Ganaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Marishana Mararashakaya Namaha, Om Kutasachartakaya Namaha, Om Aviprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shemekata Bhavavarakaya Namaha, Om Renavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Deva Avantono Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pradivya Sapta Ramapi Edam Vishnu Vichakrame Tretani Tare Para Samoramasya Bhagum Sore Treni Pata Vichakrame Vishnu Gopa Ata Abhyaha Ato Ramani Daryana Vishnu Kamani Pashyata Yatoho Vritani Pashpashe Indrasya Yucha Sakaha Tat Vishnu Paramam Palagum Sarapashanti Suryaha Devi Vashakshuratatam Tat Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagruvagum Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Param. Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat. Vakatuna Mahakaya Soyakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurame Deva Savakayeshu Sarvada, Savakayeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaitaparim Narayana Chutati Vikrama Chakrapare Vidyari Sajadara Shri Rama Sudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhata Shri Rukmini Shabhavana Shahare Murare Radesha Gopa Shashuru Prabhavari Vanya Shri Dvaraka Shayavakuta Pate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhata Vina Krite Hamata Rupa Varaha Murte Pre Vikramaya Bhuvane Guru Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhata Govinda Madhava Mukunda Paraparesha Damodara Charananda Kadari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priharaye Tava Suprabhata Shira Vishai Bhujagari Patal Pashare Sarabhaktaru Sarana Shai Ramanga Shai Shri Gopa Bama Mrutal Pasugadi Shai Gopa Balavaye Tava Suprabhata Shri Kashyapati Sukanarada Gautamari Brahma Shri Sangamai Sangara Balatesho Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Heto Gopala Shri Saharaye Tava Suprabhata Mandana Chari Tulasi Janamala Kadare Malyani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Tvama Varadara Tale Munindraha Radha Manoharaye Tava Suprabhata Vedantrayam Patati Gautama Kana Guyaha Gayanti Sakunagano Varada Savadaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kadani Sheshaha Shri Naradari Rishaya Tava Suprabhata Govardhano Dhanana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janarita Suvesha Bhavadi Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Shavarada Tava Suprabhata Shri Vatsya China Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktanti Vanjana Kripakara Dina Bandho Viyanta Gayati Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhata Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadara Prameya Padmalaya Shrita Padma Nivasa Shori Padma Nilamburara Shusharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Bhakti Jambavati Satya Sugandhi Bhadram Shri Mitra Vinda Nivasa Prabhu Purvikadyaye Tishtanti Vina Bhavane Tava Sevanagam Gopi Mana Privaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyutananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Giryamurayuna Nishambadanti Grami Murta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Maharisam Bhuri Kruta Mahapapam Shri Krishna Graetukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalparisha Lakshavritesha Suravira Vipalayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrava Sevyamana Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvanantramaravinda Vrayaya Kasha Bahamatam Samasitam Buddha Sungarangam Kandapakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kalasavana Maya Vamsi Ranaganam Ranaya Keli Kalavilasa Shamantra Bhakta Lalitandiyata Prakasha Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vittimanti Pashanti Panti Karayanti Chiranchaganti Ananda Chimmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Advaita Machyutamanadiyamantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanasha Vedeshu Durlabhamadurlabhamatma Bhattro Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manaso Munipungavanam Sovyasya Prapadasya Vichinta Tatve Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sora Jagitum Jagananda Kotim Yashaktirasti Jagananda Jayaya Antaha Andantarasta Paramanu Jayantayasta Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yabhava Bhavi Dariyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Shukdeya Eva Nigama Pratidastu Vanti Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chimmaya Rasa Pratipavitavis Taviya Eva Nija Rupa Daya Kalami Goloka Eva Nivasatya Kilatma Bhutto Govinda Mari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilocha Svayam Sabhavama Parama Pumanyo Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagananda Koti Koti Shashesha Vasudari Vibhuti Vinam Tad Brahmanishkaram Vashesha Bhuta Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Maya Yasya Jagananda Shatani Shute Regunyata Vishaya Veda Vitayamana Sadva Valambi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattva Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasatmakaya Manashu Yatraminam Pratiparasmaratam Upetya Vidaitena Bhuvanani Jayata Jasha Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Golokanam Nijadam Vitale Chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridama Suteshu Teshu Te Te Prabhavani Chaya Vitashchayena Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Shishti Shishti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vivati Durga Ichana Rupamapi Yasya Chacheshta Tesa Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Shiranyadana Vivikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayate Naitata Pratyasti Heto Yashambhutamapi Tata Samupaitikaya Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Vipachi Eva Ida Shantaramapyupetya Vipayate Vivita Hetu Samanadama Yasatya Eva Isha Vishnutaya Vipati Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yakaranavajare Bhagatisma Yoga Nidramananta Jagananda Saroma Kupa Adhara Shakti Mavalambya Parasvamurti Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yasye Kanishta Sitakala Matavalambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jaganandanata Vishnu Mahamsaya Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Vasvamya Tasma Sakaleshu Niteshu Tejaha Sriyam Kriyata Kakayata Pidata Atra Brahmaya Esha Jagananda Vidana Karta Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yakpada Paramayugam Vidaya Kumbha Vande Pranama Samaye Sakanani Raja Vidabhimantu Mangalasya Jagatrayasya Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Adnirmahi Kagaranam Bhumarudhi Shasha Kalastamatma Manasi Jagatrayani Yasma Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Ancha Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshuresha Savita Sakala Grahana Raja Samasta Suramurti Ashesha Teja Yasyagmayam Pramati Samprita Kala Chatro Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Dharmona Papa Nichaya Shutayam Stapamsi Brahmani Gita Patagavakaya Sajiva Yadata Mata Vivava Prakata Prabhava Govindamani Purusha Tamaham Nityananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govinda Madi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Shakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Good morning, Jai Gurudev. Today's satsang is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 23, verse 59. Sukha dukha prano nanya purushasyatma vibrama mitrodasina ripava samsarastama zakritam. Translation: no other forces besides his own mental confusion makes the soul experience happiness and distress. His perception of friends, neutral parties, and enemies, and the whole material life he builds around his perception are simply created out of ignorance. So this verse, actually the whole chapter 23 of Canto 11, it's about a Brahman from the Avanti country. So this is a story told by Lord Krishna to Uddhava, and with this story he tries to teach us how the mind works and how it's limited and how we really don't control the external events. So the story goes like this. So there was a Brahmana from the country of Avanti, and he was a businessman, I'd say. And he was actually prosperous and he was successful. But he had negative qualities, like he was greedy, he was very miserly, he was very prone to anger. So he was not a very good man, let's say. And he was so focused on his greediness and on business that he started neglecting his family, his friends, his guests, his religious duties, and even his own well-being. And because of this, because of his selfishness and all of these negative qualities, his relatives, his friends, his clients, they started abandoning him and turning against him. So over time, he lost all of his wealth. Because some people started stealing from him, customers left, his family also started abusing, and all of these things. Life happens. And one negative thing brings another one, and another one, and another one. So he was left impoverished and abandoned. And so he went into deep sorrow. So obviously, like it happens with all of us, he started lamenting on his condition. He was forced to think about his life and his ways. So he started to reflect also about the nature of wealth and material life. And he realized that his efforts to accumulate money didn't bring him anything positive. They didn't bring him happiness. He also neglected all of his spiritual duties, religious duties, so it didn't bring any spiritual benefit, nothing. And even his close family abandoned him. So he recognized that the futility of this material pursuit and attachment. And he also came to a positive conclusion, which was that because of this misfortune, this punishment was actually a blessing. in disguise, because then he could turn to God and spirituality again and change his ways. So he concluded that the loss of his wealth had awakened detachment within his heart and opened the path to something higher, towards God and liberation. And for that reason, he determined to dedicate the remainder of his life to spiritual advancement. So he became a sannyasi. So he left his town, his family, what little possessions he still had, and he became a wandering mendicant. And while he was traveling from village to village, asking for alms and so on, he lived by begging, he encountered severe mistreatment. So people started treating him very, very badly. They were mocking him, insulting him. They were stealing whatever little he had. People were very mean to him. And they were also accusing him of hypocrisy. They were saying, you are a hypocrite, you are a liar, you are not a true sannyasi, you only became a sannyasi because you left your possessions, and therefore you're a hypocrite, you're not really religious, you're just trying to get advantage of people. But despite all of these humiliations and reminding himself of the past events, he remained always calm and steady. And in response to these experiences, he sang what is called the Bhikshu Gita, which is the song of the mendicant. And this is what, if you later on you read this chapter, so chapter 23 of Canto 11, you can read the whole Bhikshu Gita. So what he composed from these experiences that he was living. So in this song, he examines the true cause of happiness and distress. And so he rejected the idea that people, his body, the demigods, planets, time, they rejected that these things are the cause of his suffering. No, instead, he concluded that it was his own mind that created this experience of happiness and distress, of duality. And this is all caused by the mind. So the mind is the cause of ourselves identifying with this body, with the material world, with the ego. And that mind is actually our real enemy. So today's topic is about that. So I want to talk to you about the mind, because I've been thinking about this lately, how the mind, in my case, how the mind really limited my perception of life, my experiences. So how I live life, how I see life, how I handle the events, what happens around me. My mind is actually conditioning me a lot. And so I've been thinking about this recently and how to change it, or I became more and more aware, and how to change it. What were the consequences? Because sometimes we come to a point when we start feeling some regret also. Like we look at our life and we start feeling, oh my goodness, so much wasted time. And although this is always present to some extent, there are moments when we really look back and think, wow, if I could go back, like there's this saying, if I had 20 years old and knew what I know now, it would be amazing. Because we could go back and live everything again, but we would change everything. Of course, it's not how it happens, but there is this regret that we start feeling for wasting so much time and doing so many foolish things. So, how our mind shapes our experience. So, the central teaching of this Bhikshu Gita is that the mind is a primary cause of our experience of happiness and distress. This is what Avanti Brahmana realized. So much of our suffering comes from ourselves, our mind, not from the external events. So it's all about our mind interprets these events and how it attaches, how it identifies with the body. And the mind, yes, it's a wonderful gift, because without the mind we cannot learn, we cannot solve problems, we cannot plan, we cannot make decisions, so we need the mind. The mind is a wonderful gift, it's a wonderful tool, but yet the same mind can become the source of suffering and confusion. And spirituality and religion and also psychology and philosophy, they all talk about this issue. Our experience is shaped not by what happens to us, but how we interpret what happens to us. Because the mind does not possess complete knowledge. Yeah. Our mind only works with the information that we possess, which is very limited. We don't know everything. And although this sounds obvious, reality is that we forget it on our daily lives, the way we live and act and live and interpret things. We forget that we don't have the full knowledge of things. And we tend to trust our thoughts much more than we should. And that's why, for example, two people, they can experience the same event, but come to completely different conclusions. That is why, because we are also different. So some of us are more rational, more thinkers, others are more intuitive or more emotional. And the way we grew up is also very important. So two people can come to completely different conclusions about the same event. And each person interprets the situations through their own lens, through their own experience, their past experience, their beliefs, their fears, their expectations, their desires and needs. And like in my case, I grew up in a way that for some reason I couldn't or wouldn't ask. I was not making questions. I trusted too much my own thoughts and mine. I felt like there was nobody there to answer me or show me the way or guide me. I always felt very much alone. So who else did I have? I only had my mind. So I learned to ask questions, try to learn more, but it was only through my own mind and the little information I could get from television or this or this or that. And that's very little. So I never confronted my own thoughts, or I never tested them because I was so much alone by myself. So I grew up by trusting my own mind very, very, very much. And this, when we do this, we really miss important perspectives. So it's really very limited when the world then is so vast. So growth begins when we become willing to learn. So we need to learn. That's why knowledge is so important. We need to take in more information. And it's not about being curious, like vain curiosity, because Guruji also warns us about this. And it's not about going to ask 100 people for 100 different opinions. It's also not about that. That's also not beneficial. But we do need to step out of our mind and try to look at things with other perspectives. And for this, we need to acquire knowledge. We need to learn and ask feedback from people who are learned. That's why we have gurus. That's why we have swamis and rishis. That's why we have our Guruji's books and satsangs. So we need to step out of our mind, and we need to take in new information. Because what happens many times is that we get trapped and we get stuck. So it happens to me a lot that I have a problem, not a problem, but I have something that needs to be solved. And my tendency is always, okay, I will try to solve it by myself. But because my information is limited, my knowledge is limited, I get stuck. I end up going around in circles, and I don't reach any conclusion. So I start overthinking because I really want to learn and I really want to reach a conclusion. I start overthinking. That doesn't help, and I don't reach any new conclusion because I'm only using what my mind already has. So I cannot reach to a new solution if I only use what I already have, which is always the same. So I need to step out of myself. I need to learn new things, ask people for new perspectives, and so on and so on. Otherwise, if we keep on doing always the same things, we don't get anywhere else. We are always stuck in the same place. So this is very important, to step out of our own mind. If we really want to learn and start changing and growing, otherwise there's no transformation, because we keep on doing the same mistakes, the same patterns again and again and again. And it looks really obvious, but the reality is that we are always doing the same things because of this. So we need to go outside of ourselves. And other times, it's not about thinking also, because it's about acting. Because like in my case, I start overthinking and I'm unable to make decisions. So it comes to a point when we just have to say, okay, I don't think about this anymore. Time for planning is finished, now it's time for acting. So we need to take a first step and act. And then doors start opening, and then we start realizing, okay, this works or this doesn't work. And then we can move forward. But if we don't even act, then we are always stuck in that same cycle. Sometimes we act too quickly. No, there's also time for planning. So there has to be a balance. And that's why also feedback from other people, from reliable people, is so important to help us. And that's why Guruji also pushes sometimes. We are stuck, we cannot make decisions, and then he comes and kicks us, because at some point we just need to do something. And then the path opens up, and we see better which way to go next. So there are many traps to our mind, how it works. And one of the mind's most common habits is creating stories. I'm an expert in this. And this is one of my biggest flaws, let's say, mistakes. So when the information is missing, when we don't have information about something, the mind often fills the gaps with assumptions. And many times we assume the worst case scenarios. I'm an expert. Catastrophizing, I always prepare for the worst case scenario. And for example, small things like, especially when we are insecure or we lack self-confidence, for example, and this happens also a lot with Guruji, what we do with Guruji, how we interpret his actions. But for example, a simple example, a friend or the husband or the boyfriend, or he does not reply to our message. Yeah, or Guruji, we write to him, not me, but people write to him, he does not reply. And what we think immediately, he doesn't like me anymore. It was a stupid question, I was foolish, or I did something wrong, the person is going to leave me, whatever. worst case scenario. But later we find out that, oh, the person was just busy, or the person lost the phone, or the battery was dead, or whatever. That's why the person couldn't reply immediately. Simple things like this. Usually the answer is quite simple and quite innocent, but we tend to imagine the worst immediately. Or, for example, someone calls us, like our boss calls us and says, we need to talk. This is like I remember some years ago, and by coincidence, here he is, Swami Anashuya. Some years ago, Swami Anashuya called me. And I was like, oh my goodness, the Swami is calling me. I'm dead. I'm finished. This is it. It's my last day in the ashram. He called me and I thought, I'm finished. But actually, it was a very nice thing, because it was about a new seva opportunity. I was so happy. But what did I do? I started catastrophizing. And this is what often we do. So our mind has the habit of creating stories and filling the gaps with assumptions, with our patterns, with our negativity, with our fears and insecurities. But actually, we just need to stay neutral. Because we don't know when something happens, when somebody does something, when Guruji does something. We just don't know. And here we need to be very strong and neutral and wise, actually. And we just need to say, I'm not going to assume things. I'm just going to say, I don't know. And I will wait until I get all the facts. I will not imagine things. I will just wait until I get an answer. Otherwise, we get super confused. And what happens to me a lot is that because I'm already assuming the worst case scenario and negativity, what happens is that when I'm actually going to meet the person, I'm already going with fear or with assumptions. I'm already going defensive, or I'm already saying things without even giving the possibility of the person of explaining themselves. And this creates conflict that actually has no reason to exist, just because we were assuming things that are not real. Yeah? Because we don't know what the other people are thinking. This is also another thing that happens a lot, which is two people are talking, and suddenly we go pass by and they look at us and they stop talking, and we immediately assume, oh, they were talking badly about me. I do that a lot. I mean, I imagine that a lot, because I'm so fearful of everything and so insecure that I have so much this trauma of rejection and abandonment that when people are talking, they look at me, for whatever reason, I imagine immediately, they don't like me, they're talking badly of me. What did I do this time? Like, it's so foolish, so stupid. And then what happens, I'm so afraid that I avoid people because I imagine they don't like me. So I avoid people completely because I imagine they don't like me. How stupid is that? And of course, because I avoid people, they think Shraddha doesn't like us. So I think they don't like me, and they think I don't like them. And only because I have these patterns of childhood and so on, things I created in my mind which are not true. Maybe they are sometimes. Some people I don't like, and some people don't like me. But it's not 100% true, yeah? Because of things I imagined. It's not real. So we need to really train our mind, yeah? And this we know how to do. Guruji gave us all the answers already. I don't want to make this too long. We just need really to be aware of how our mind tricks us. And really just, Whenever we are thinking about something, remind ourselves, is this a fact? Do I know for sure that this is true? Or am I just imagining because these are my traumas and memories and defense mechanisms? So, yeah, this is basically what I wanted to share today. That we need to make our minds our friends and not our enemies, like Guruji said. Jai Gurudev.
Keshavareta Narahari Ropa Jai Jagarisha Hare Jaya Jagarisha Hare Jaya Jagarisha Hare Satoma Sargamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritandamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Prem se bol Shri Lakshmi Narayan Bhagavan ki Prem se bol Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir ki Shri Radha Krishna Kanyalar ki Shri Mavata Kriya Bhavachi ki Shri Ramanujacharya ki Prem se bolo Satgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Chanvarabhaya Paraya Param Purushaya Parakama Mantraya Tantra Oshata Sasrami Samaraya Samaraya Nityo Mochaya Mochaya Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Dipti Jvala Pitaya Savarik Shopnam Pat Parasme Param Pramane Param Jyotishe Swaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Venkataramana Govina Gopika Chivaran Swaranam Govina Bhaktavatsala Govina Govina Kundalika Varade Ikrat Namde Pandarinath Maharaj ki